In Canada, and this is what the future is going to look like. We should all take a warning of what they did, of what the Trudeau government did in Canada. When the truckers, who were incredibly peaceful and disciplined, went to Ottawa to participate, to protest the mandates, the government sent police in to read all of the license plates on all the vehicles, and then to shut off the bank accounts of anybody who was the owner of that vehicle. So these people were never charged with a crime. They were certainly never convicted. And the government was able to punish them by shutting off their lifeline, shutting off their capacity to buy food for their children, to pay their mortgages, to pay tuition, and to do it without any due process or democratic participation. And that's the power right now that we're seeing. And with AI, with the growth of AI, the capacity of government to control us is, will be complete. Now, Bill Gates says one of his companies is putting up 61,000 low-altitude satellites to do Earth surveillance. He says that his company alone will be able to watch every square inch of the Earth at 24 hours a day. So, the capacity of people to escape that kind of surveillance and to live, free lives is going to be the power. What we're creating is this kind of turnkey totalitarianism. We're the next totalitarian regime that steps up and really wants to clamp things down. They're going to have all of these mechanisms in place like no regime has had it in human history. And that happened time and again. There were millions of people. There were demonstrations again and again and again in Austria and England and France and Germany and Australia. And I had over 1 million people and no coverage in the press. And so the capacity to, it's like Emerson, asked the question, if a tree falls in the forest and nobody was there to hear it fall, did it actually happen? Well, that's the same thing. If you have a demonstration with 1 million people and nobody hears it, nobody sees it, it didn't actually happen. And the regime is able to create a reality. And that reality is it's a parallel reality that is not true. But you saw the creation of parallel realities throughout the pandemic, and you saw the number of people who bought into the official reality, which we know was not true. It was filled with falsehoods and deception. And yet a majority of people not only bought into it, but they also actively participated in punishing the people who were living in, the actual fact-based reality.
Right.